So, hello everyone, and thank you so much for being in the stream tonight, for being in the tournament tonight. It's Odyssey of Combat, qualifier number 5. And before we are continuing to anything else, I want to thank my brother, the GOAT himself. Thank you so much, my brother, for the raid. I appreciate you, man. I honestly didn't expect this. I didn't see that coming. Once again, this is the second time. Thank you so much, brother. Love you. And of course, I would be happy to have you next week, maybe in the bracket. And of course, everyone else, thank you so much for being here. Crazy Monkey, thank you so much for being here. Fighters Club, hello, my brother. Bachmann, thank you so much. The second monk, the two monk, welcome. Of course, with the ISDD emoji, Snakey. Thank you so much, everyone. So it's qualifier number 5. My name is Soti. We have two GOATs here. We have Yannick and Galos on the right. They will hosting once again the tournament, so be nice to them. Okay.
It's going to be Chun-Li versus Blanka, I think.
Predictably, it should be, yes, as you are saying. I know exactly. Tell me, Yannick, sorry.
I'm not exactly familiar with either player, but there's been a lot of talk about Blanka, especially this week and last weekend.
For sure.
After Evo. What do you think about the balanced state of Blanka?
Now, that is a very, very strong question to make, Yannick. But, well, I mean, maybe I'll answer it now, right as
we're starting with Grab Rush Common Grab, okay.
Maybe I'll answer it later. Maybe.
Okay, for now, Trykeazer seems to be holding on from the onslaught of offense from Big T. Oh, but the slide hits, and we're in the corner. Oh, but a very well-timed reversal, and good punish on the Blanka ball. That's actually really, really good. But Big T has a reversal of his own. Ooh, but no follow-up from this. He manages to find another hit, and this is going to be round 1 to Big T. And that was a crazy round, honestly.
Yeah, all things pretty much working very well for Big T. Like, big shoutouts to those 3 slides that we saw, Yannick, as well. All of them worked, and now, of course, the classic V-trigger, the level 2. One of course, Blanka's very, very strong tools.
Yes, one of the most controversial tools he has.
For sure. That was gonna be an actual part of my answer to your question. Understandably so,
but we do see Big T is really willing to hard commit to his offensive options, whether it is those slides as you mentioned. We've seen a lot of drive rushes, a lot of OD, Blanka, air Blanka balls, and he manages to get the first game, so... At first it looked like Trykeazer might have it under control, but Big T was just too chaotic and he managed to grab the first round in the end.
For sure lost the control because of that, I would say. But this time around, at least for the first 20 seconds, he's doing way better, or they're doing way better.
Yes, I think Big T might be relying on those Blanka balls a little bit too much to get back into the offense. And Trykeazer might have... Oh, good block, and this is going to be a round for Trykeazer.
Yeah, a little bit too eager on those defensive options. Tell me, Yannick.
Yeah, especially since Trykeazer has shown that he is capable of whiff punishing those Blanka balls.
There's another one.
Yeah, that was a good Blanka ball, but yeah, another good punish. Whiffs the throw on Meaty, but no punish from Big T. And for the first time, I think, Big T has drive advantage. Oh, good anti-air, and this is going to be it. And Big T is going to go on set point. And once again, we were thinking that Trykeazer might have gotten things under control, but Big T just rolls out of it once again.
Doesn't seem to be accustomed to this kind of chaotic playstyle, Trykeazer. Which, to be fair, I would say it's kind of hard to be Yannick, because Big T's style is definitely very, very unique. And he does use the tools very, very well. Sometimes a little bit too much. I think that's the only flaw that he's displaying today. Maybe
Yeah,
a little
true.
bit too overcommittal on the reversals as well.
I think
But-
Trykeazer is mostly a little bit too respectful to him in neutral. He's allowing him to get going with all those risky options, and he does get overwhelmed in the end of those runs, even though it
Done
looks pretty controlled at first. Good punish on the slide. I think he maybe could have done better if he realized he was going to get back drive gauge. But it's not easy to have the mental capacity to remember that. And just like that, Big T is going to find a hit, and he is going to take the first set of the night. Level up the Blanka. That would be my bet. But we're going to get right into the game. It's going to be Chico versus Mikamy. Chico, of course, on that Sagat, Mikamy on Nuke.
I've seen a... Tell me, Yannick, sorry.
Yeah, it seems that Chico is getting the initiative at first. Getting those first attacks in. He got Mikamy into the corner, and now you have to guess. Oh, but the whiffed throw, and now it's Mikamy's turn to start offense. But a perfect parry, and this might be the round.
That's a level 2. Yes, sir.
A level 2. Yes. I was wondering if there was a route to kill with level 1 here, but I'm going to trust Chico in his choice of level 2.
I also agree with this choice. I don't think that a level 1 routing would kill there.
Okay.
So kudos on him for sure.
Yeah, but still, always good to close out the round 1. No matter how much super you spend, you're going to have free bus by round 3 if needed anyways, right?
Hell yeah. And that's a confirm on the Stand Fierce as well. Very, very strong tool. If the opponent is challenging the space, walking a little bit too much.
And this
Yes,
is going
sir.
to be a kill. Chico with a very dominant first game. And let's see if Mikamy has what it takes to fight back against Chico.
Starting off pretty well, to be fair, with this low for DRC confirm. Getting the corner from this conversion as well. Ooh, okay. He's got some crosscuts, Yannick, as well.
Yeah, of course, Chico getting out of the corner, so he is not going to be that sad about getting anti-aired there. The corner tax, as some people call it.
Exactly. You get the damage, but you do lose that advantageous situation, sorry.
Yes, and Chico is leveraging that corner positioning. He took the lead now in health, and this is starting to look like game 1 all over again. Really good forward jump, baiting out the reversal. And this is going to be Chico on set point.
Gets the trade combo to go as well. And
That's
the corner.
last frames.
What's the conversion?
Doesn't quite end the combo. I don't think that was intentional. I don't think he could have killed there, but it could have been close if he wanted to spend everything. Oh, and this is going to be a punish into level 3. That's also going to be burnout, so there is some hope for Mikamy now in this round.
Okay, we go into the wall for a throw. Another one. We see the backdash option from Chico. He did trust the throw loop, but gets it with the low forward.
Yes, Chico wasn't willing to try to reversal with any super. Prefers to keep the meter for the round 3. A sensible, safe choice.
Definitely.
And let's see how he makes use of those bars in this round.
Okay, he checks the approach from Mikamy. And he's gonna spend here.
Yes, not quite going to kill, but very low on drive is going to be Mikamy.
Ooh, there's a fierce connecting. But a good roundhouse from Mikamy as well. Gets the back throw. Ooh, shaky, very scrambly.
And OD
But
Tiger
alas.
Shot is going to take it. Chico 2-0 against Mikamy. Yeah, Vexyl, of course, I do think he still needs to find his footing with this Ed. I do think his Chun-Li at his peak was a little bit better than his Ed is now. Of course, it is new character for him, so not surprising that he's not excelling with him just yet.
But he's
But definitely a
going for
good
sure.
player.
Oh, and also that a good player with a character that we've talked about this I think 2 weeks ago as well, Yannick. Like we do agree in the sense that he's using a very good tool for his playstyle.
Yes, I do think Ed does fit his playstyle. Oh, good back throw.
Could be a very dangerous incident for Nerylda right now.
Oh, this is going to be punishable, and level 1, level 2. Yeah, and this is going to be, oh, a dropped combo, but he's going to get a kill regardless. That looked pretty dangerous right there, but Vexyl manages to snatch out that round, despite the combo drop.
Sneaky throw, but it got in. But this time, okay, never mind. Vexyl got a very, very good confirm on that stand medium kick. Gets the throw on the mid screen as well, re-establishing that full screen situation. But
Good
what
snatcher.
a snatcher!
Oh, but drops the combo again. Oh, well, yeah, this is going. Oh, I think that was a
That was a
parry
parry.
throw.
Yeah.
Throw. It wasn't punishable actually. At least not punishable by throw. But first game goes to Vexyl.
Okay, starting off with the snatcher, that +4 situation. One of the better special moves in the game. Still, I would say, Yannick. Just my opinion, and Vexyl is
Yeah.
using it to a very, very good extent.
Oh, good shimmy, and this is going to hurt. And this is going to put Nerylda in the corner. Good perfect parry. I don't think he can kill here. But definitely is in a good position.
Good dry reversal, maintaining Nerylda in the corner.
A block DP, and Vexyl goes on set point. And it seems like Vexyl has got this matchup perhaps well studied. It doesn't seem like Nerylda is able to surprise him with anything just yet.
For sure. Another snatcher, but this time Nerylda calling out the shimmy. But okay, another good call out though. Meaty knuckle. Oof. Okay, one throw.
Oh, Akuma pick up, good parry on the DI attempt, of course couldn't DI back. Oh, but this time the muscle memory betrays him.
The reaction was definitely there. The HP, unfortunately, was not for Vexyl.
Exactly, and this is going to be an opportunity for Nerylda to come back in this set. Vexyl, of course, still on set point. 3 bars to his name, so not much of a margin of error from Nerylda.
For sure. Corner
Speaking
incident,
of
though.
low margin of error, that
Yeah.
DP from Ed. Definitely one of those moves that tends to fail.
For sure.
He thought he was free from his DPs failing when he switched off from Chan, but not really. Oh, and this throw is going to do it, and this is going to be 1-1.
But still, it was a pretty balanced match, I would say, Yannick, the second one.
Yeah. A really good comeback from Nerylda, and
Yeah, for sure. He's finding his tempo, bit by
yeah,
bit.
exactly.
But we do see another incident, Yannick. Oh, no!
Yeah, this is a classic Vexyl situation. It happened to his Chan, now it's happening to his Ed.
You were talking about it on the previous set, so it is indeed a thing, but he's stabilizing, he's getting the corner situation as well, he's gonna get maybe another strike through situation, and the trade combo. Let's go.
Yeah, so another set point to Vexyl. Let's see if he actually manages to make it count this time.
That's a good start from Nerylda. Good confirms, gets the corner. Almost gets that perfect parry on the overhead. Vexyl a little bit unlucky on that one. Oof.
And is everyone going to be enough? Yes, it is. And this is going to be final game, final round. And well, Nerylda starting with 1 meter disadvantage, but that's really not much. And honestly, it seems like momentum is on his side, but Vexyl seems to disagree with me.
Doesn't quite get the shimmy, Nerylda. And Vexyl is
Nerylda
going
in the
to...
corner.
He's capitalizing on that corner situation a bit, Nerylda. With a few pokes, and let's see if he's gonna spend this one, Yannick. He is.
He is going to spend, wants to recover that drive gauge mostly, I think. And this is going to be pretty close in terms of HP.
Ooh,
Oh.
what a reversal from Vexyl. The whole lead.
Yes, Nerylda was trying to do drive rush overhead, but Vexyl, with a good guess, I think. I don't think it was a reaction, but maybe I'm wrong. But in any case, Vexyl takes the game and takes the set in the end. See it too often.
Let's go. Quite exciting, quite exciting. Especially because, like, for me as well, like Simpleboi, I've practiced with the man as well. I've trained with him a lot of times, and of course the arena events that we had in the OOC as well on those Mondays. So yeah, I really want to see how he's improving that Jamie for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but for now it seems that Bagger is the one dictating the tempo at first. Simpleboi did manage to sneak one drink in though. Oh, good with punish on the throw.
Good DP. Staying very defensive, Simpleboi. And it's giving some fruits for sure. He's getting the corner, another drink, but
A reversal. Almost not quite enough to kill. Bagger going for the DI, wants to... Oh, but the command grab is going to take it. He wanted to use a DI to use the fact that he doesn't have... Simpleboi didn't have health to DI back. But of course you can still throw a DI. And that's what Simpleboi did. And ends that with that command grab. It is always a threat when Jamie gets to 3 drinks.
Yep, you do need to be aware that he can become a grappler from that one.
Yeah, it's very easy to not see that in time. And many Jamies will like to come and grab you the first time they get the opportunity to do so. And this is going to be level 3, and this is going to be game 1 for Simpleboi. And while the first round was close, this one was definitely much more dominant from Simpleboi.
Agreed. But throughout the whole match, we could see like the typical very solid, very heavily defensive, I would say, also style from Simpleboi. He usually tries to, of course, get a feel for the opponent a little bit, play a little bit more defensive, staying on that down back position a lot more. When he gains his confidence, then he's gonna do, of course, like for example, like we see here, that EX dive kick to enter.
Yes, it seems he is also ready to deal with Elena's reset shenanigans with the roll. Bagger has tried going for it a few times. Simpleboi was ready to defend, to tech, the throw, and with this corner pressure he is going to put himself on set point. And it's Bagger who needs to find something, to take something out of the bag, so to speak, to try to make this set closer. Simpleboi going for the level 2. Are we going to see another program? Oh, he DPs on that safe jump, and this is going to be it. Simpleboi, very, very dominant game.
Yeah, for sure.
Of the biggest defenders of Modern in Europe. Another one would be Unit, I think. But we don't have many Modern players in Europe, so
Krackerlack is the third, of course, as well. I had to do it. Okay, Yannick, sorry. Okay. Meaty overhead conversion from Wainan here. Good conversion as well. On the forward heavy punch.
Oh, she's going to throw the parry, and this is going to be Wainan in burnout, and well, oh, but the heavy punch is going to hit. I was going to say that without Modern it might be more difficult for Wainan to react to a DI with a super, but they didn't need to. Manages to close out the round just with a heavy punch. Ooh,
the timings on those normals were pretty good, but that being said, yeah,
that was a good side switch from Krackerlack.
For sure.
Ooh, but
good dive kick.
Yeah, that dive kick spacing. That's a little bit crazy that a Modern DP was not going to be able to entire that, to be honest.
I mean, I'm gonna say it again, that was a pretty good freaking dive from Wainan.
Ooh, but that DP is going to be blocked and Krackerlack is going to take the round. And we're going into round 3, both players with 3 bars.
Calls out that whip from the third jab on Wainan's side and gets the corner from this Krackerlack, harassing a lot with that stand fierce. Once again, but Wainan does find his way out, Yannick.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to burn the Krackerlack out. And of course, a Modern player, it's not going to be easy to DI her, but there are still more benefits to doing burnout, but Krackerlack is going to find a confirm into level 3, and this is going to kill. 1-0 to Krackerlack.
Pretty good match though. Wainan is looking very, very solid today, and as I say, it's very, very good DP coming out from that from the EX Fireball.
Yes, almost managed to whiff punish that suppressor, but didn't quite have the range.
Okay, struggling a little bit with the gauge, but of course maintaining neutral right now is Wainan.
Another good DP.
DP! Once again from Krackerlack calling out very early with that wake up, and there it is.
But that perfect parry on the overhead. This might be round winning perfect parry. But Wainan is going to wake up with a level 1, and this is going to kill.
3 or 4 wake up reversals, I think, this round only, right? I think, Yannick.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we do see a lot of reversals in this set. That's for sure.
Okay, we do see the forward medium kick from Wainan 4 times already. 3 of them being very, very good, keeping Krackerlack at bay.
Ooh, nice anti-air, and this might be
another level 1. Yes, sir. Massive conversion there from Wainan.
Yeah, that's a sick combo. You don't see this too often. But Wainan equalizes the set, and we're going into game 3.
Starting pretty aggressively with that low forward DRC. That's -8, and Krackerlack does know it. And we'll get the corner and decide some jump from it, but good call out as well with the mash from Wainan.
Once again with great anti-airs. This is one constant that we've seen this set so far. Wainan's anti-airs are very good. And just as I said, he misses a crosscut, but we're not going to hold it against him.
Yeah, it wasn't super detrimental, so me and Yannick are gonna let that one pass.
But we see yet another reversal, and it's going to find its mark. But Krackerlack is going to confirm into driver's cancel, but she doesn't spend a super to kill. And now... Oh, but Wainan also burns himself out, and a back throw is going to do it. The double dash up when you are in chip territory is... That was a confident move. Not sure what Wainan was looking for exactly. But it didn't work out.
That being said, Krackerlack with that very, very meaty roundhouse. But another incident, this time Wainan. We got the throw loops. One of the best throw loops in the game for sure is Akuma's.
Ooh. Oh, but the dropped combo, and I think that could have been it if Krackerlack was able to finish it. But instead, oh, Wainan is not going to finish it either. Perhaps wasn't sure if that was going to kill. But this time, there is no doubt in anyone's mind. We're going to go into final game, final round. Wainan with no buzz though. Oh,
okay.
But that's with the driver's overhead.
We are seeing some very good fundamentals, but also some very good usage of the system mechanics of the game 6 of SF6 for sure. The DPs
yeah,
are
that
still...
was an online classic, the driver's overhead as round stuff.
For sure. This time it
Oh,
worked, and he does have
and...
the kill. If he wants to,
I believe so.
He does. Yeah.
And Wainan is going to take it in the end. And now we're going to get back to seeing Akuma, because it's going to be Chico versus Dims.
Ooh, another banger. Let's go.
And it seems that Chico has picked Akuma this time, despite the fact that we've seen him play Sagat earlier today.
Exactly. Like 2 or 3 sets ago, if I'm not mistaken. I would say, Yannick, that both characters are very good versus Juri. So, whichever one he does pick, I do think that in the character matchup, he has the advantage.
Okay, I'm guessing Chico prefers Akuma then in this matchup. But of course, Dims is definitely not an easy opponent. Good wake up DP, but oh, what an air throw.
I think we should start calling these ones like the Dims Classic at this point, because he's been doing this like recurrently in the qualifiers.
I do miss having an air throw sometimes. I used to play Colin in Street Fighter 5.
I feel you, like landing an air throw in a game like Street Fighter by itself is unique compared to, of course, other enemy fighters, so I feel you, Yannick. It's a very good feeling.
Oh, but Chico is going to deal some damage and drive damage with this combo.
Let's say jump. Yes, sir.
Oh, and he's going to jump over that DI attempt. And he's going to take that round with a perfect. Slight disadvantage on meter, but not relevant. And this fireball is going to anti-air. I'm not sure if that's what he wanted to do, but it worked at least, so it's not that bad.
It's not very common for an Akuma to do that, of course. Like the damage isn't bad. The option is still there, but and talking about options.
I think he wanted a DP there for sure.
Very low drive gauge on both Yannick, but okay, another one. Another wake up reversal from
this
Chico.
level 1 definitely was what he wanted though. But Dims is going to find a countering medium kick and he is going to confirm into level 1 to take the first game in the end.
Very back and forth first match, I would say. Let's see how they... Tell me, Yannick.
Yes, and Chico deciding to stay on Akuma, no character switches, very confident in his choice of character here. Oh, and a little bit too confident on that reversal, I think. Oh, but
okay.
This time it's Dims who misses a reversal and Chico with presence of mind to burn Dims out. And suddenly this round that looked very doomed is looking very winnable.
Such is the burnout mechanic. But...
Dims
Tell me.
is going to be able to get out of burnout without much harm, to be honest. And now it's
close
going
to
to be up,
zero.
and now it's Chico who is in burnout.
Oh, okay. Very good EX dive kick for sure. Very good call out from Dims to end the round.
Yeah, I think he wasn't going to be able to block it because of chip kill, so he had to either anti-air it with a DP or with a super, and just wasn't able to get it out in time, I think.
There's a crosscut from Dims. Very solid as always. Does lose the corner, but the EX DPOS is there, Yannick.
Yes, he was ready. He was.
From what I know, I think that he's staying here in Portugal. He's a Ryu player, and I was quite surprised to see the Akuma on the screen. Maybe he has changed character, but apparently not. He's locking in the Ryu for against Simpleboi. Let us, of course, see how Simpleboi is going to maneuver this character matchup, Yannick, I guess.
Okay, I'm going to ask you: is Diamond 2
his real power level?
Yeah, that's my question.
I would
Because
say it is a bit higher.
We are pretty
Tell me,
far
tell me,
into the
sorry.
bracket, so seeing someone with Diamond 2 get this far in winner's side,
I would say his level is a bit higher, yeah.
okay. That makes more sense then.
Good deterrence donkey kick. And he plays the reversal as well from Simpleboi.
Yeah, this isn't Diamond 2 gameplay.
Yeah. He's looking pretty good today. Supernilton. At least from this first round. He's looking good.
This guy would obliterate Tyler 1, for example.
Guys, end the stream. This was the best joke ever made in the OC. Holy nah,
Tyler 1 was 1600, right?
1600,
Technically.
Yeah.
The most fraudulent 1600 in history. I mean,
I cannot take
I'm not saying this just to flame Tyler 1. My point is, like, it's different to reach 1600 and it's just by playing ranked, and it's different to do so when you like block everyone who beats you, right? And one and done
course.
everyone who beats you. So that's why I call him the most fraudulent 1600, because I do believe he would lose an FT10 against like 99% of 1600 players.
And I will probably agree with you, like 99.9% of the
Oh, but that combo drop actually cost him the round against Simpleboi here.
Yeah, could have been the first match for sure, for Supernilton's side, but as you said, a little bit unfortunate. Ooh, the dry rush donkey kick. Not finding it smart though, and Simpleboi will get this conversion and the drink, the first one of this run.
Yes, of course, it's important to remember about hydration, especially with the weather we have right now.
Very true, very true.
So Jamie players definitely never forget about that.
Yeah, he's got that herb tea unlocked and ready to go.
No punish on the drive reversal though.
Another donkey kick, but Simpleboi will get the conversion from the drive rush stand fierce. Another drink.
Is he going to risk a DI? He is, and
You actually called it, yeah. And the reactions were not there, of course, from Supernilton's side. He could have, of course, cancelled it into the level 3.
I was about to say, Supernilton could have cancelled that Hashogeki into level 3, but was not ready.
Exactly. Always a little bit tough if you're not expecting the DI, but yeah, if you are expecting it, of course, a lot easier. At least in my experience.
Yeah, definitely. Now Simpleboi is going to burn himself out in the while on the offense, which is, I do think is a little bit uncharacteristic from what the strategy he has shown us so far today.
Agreed on that one.
He's going to find a DI. Because as you said, he seems to be a much more of a calm player, so seeing him go overboard with offense like that, well, a change of rhythm is a good strategy to keep your opponent take him off guard.
Exactly.
So maybe that's why he did it, but Supernilton manages to use the burnout to get the initiative and manages to close out the round with that initiative. So a strategy a little bit backfiring on Simpleboi.
Yep. And Supernilton already getting some decent pokes in. A fireball or two, a low forward as well. And he's of course continuing with the plan of zoning Simpleboi a little bit. And then entering with the drive rush. He's done it a couple times already. Another time, but this time Simpleboi will get the side switch.
Yes, he's going to go for a level 3, of course. Not quite CA, but at this point in the second round, I think you have to spend it. I always wonder when Jamie's level 3 is going on. Are they going to go for a reset, or are they just going to finish the combo? Simpleboi decides to finish a combo. Oh, and that level 3... Yeah, I don't think he could have blocked that one. And I'm not sure if there was a way out of that in that situation.
Maybe a backdash. Maybe the forward jump with a little bit. Nah. Even the forward jump, I think he would DP that with the.
Yeah, if I were a betting man, forward jump would probably be the most likely, but I think in that situation he was just dead, unfortunately for him.
Yeah. Kind of a checkmate, to be fair. Or almost, or semi-checkmate, I guess. Good DP though from Supernilton, of course, this time around. And okay, checks the donkey kick attempt though, Yannick.
Yeah, the drive rush heavy punch. Having a 6-frame heavy punch is definitely coming in handy.
Yeah, we shall not talk about it because the 3rd of August is coming and you already know what I think of Yasmin, so I shall not talk about it. Love that character.
You think she's going to have a 6-frame heavy punch as well?
It seems fast. Either way, like, I'll probably main her, so be it as it may. Love that character. Thank you, Capcom.
Okay, I see. Now Supernilton is...
Level 2 cancel? Yes,
really
sir.
Good bait, but Simpleboi is going to cancel into level 2. Tries to go for the column grab, but Supernilton with the drive reversal to get him off and finds the donkey kick to finish off the round.
Very, very well placed donkey kick, to be fair. Dealt a ton of damage too. And of course,
yeah, that was a really cool exchange with the bait for the roll move from Jamie into that level 2 into drive reversal.
It was a very, very cool interaction to see for sure. Okay, that close Hashogeki in your face, but we do see the defensive option from Simpleboi. With the jump back dive kick, of course. Or rather, the jump dive kick, my bad. That being said, Holy smokes!
This is going to be it, isn't it?
Maybe not quite. Not
And-
quite.
Okay, not quite. Okay. Maybe a little bit too privileged as a Marisa main, because a Gladius into level 3 would have killed there.
Oh my. First time on camera.
Last time we had this tournament, we managed to claim all of the codes, so as I said, I'm expecting us to have all the codes claimed every time now.
So yeah, guys, even though we do have this set already underway, I do have to say it once again, do not be naughty and listen to Yannick. Go claim those codes. Let's go, guys. Let's get hyped for this qualifier. Let's go, let's go.
Okay, and this time we see Vexyl playing a lot more aggressive of a game than I'm used to seeing him play. And he's going to finish the first round with a perfect. So I'm not sure if that's matchup or Vexyl just deciding to go a little bit more ham this time, but this seems to be working so far.
For sure, for sure. Maybe he's trying Ren-Chan, defense a little bit right off the bat, but as you said, uncharacteristic from Vexyl. The point is, it is working very well.
Here we not going for the difficult combo, but Vexyl is working on a double perfect right now. And let's see if he's going to be able to get it. Oh!
Not quite.
Not quite. I was expecting him to just go for a DP here, because the chip out, it would have chipped out. He decides to just go for a crouching medium punch, finds the hit. Doesn't need the chip to end that round.
Another very, very good perfect parry from Vexyl, as we've seen in the previous round as well. There's the DP.
Yes, and we've seen those DPs hit this game a lot more than they were hitting in the previous set.
Yeah,
And it definitely helps Vexyl's game to have a functional anti-air.
yeah, you can definitely see like his confidence either staying the same or even rising if the DPs connect for sure. For sure.
Yes, and he gets another perfect. But he's not going to be able to double perfect.
What a check with that stand medium punch.
Oh, and let's see if Ren-Chan is going to be able to make the comeback, because so far it's been all Vexyl this set. Vexyl, of course, already on the set point, so no time to adapt now. They have to do it now.
Another good check from Vexyl, this time around getting the medium flicker punish counter. Okay, let us see, let us see. One interaction
is
away.
going to take it.
Just chilling a bit is Vexyl.
Oh, gets the command grab. Vexyl not ready with the OS to defend against that, and gets the overhead. Oh,
Okay,
and you didn't have to spend it all. But they do, and they get the round, so yeah, it's definitely better than nothing, but
Quite the spend though, as you said. Quite the
Yeah.
heavy spend.
yeah, there was a lot of drive gauge that could have been spent there before spending any supers. And let's see if that's going to cost Ren-Chan.
He will get the EX slide to go. But Vexyl,
Good punish on the drive reversal.
for sure. He will get the fireball to hit as well. And the knockdown.
Yeah, this is going to be it, I think. And he does get the double perfect, technically, in the end.
Yeah. Time will tell, to be fair. But he's looking very good with the ad. He is. He's looking good. Today at least he's looking
Wait.
very, very good.
Is that Centu?
Oh. Okay, we're underway. Joueur de Syndra. So I think that in French, Yannick, his nickname means Syndra player.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
The first word definitely means player. I do know that. So yeah, and Syndra, I don't know if if that's a normal name in French. I only know Syndra from League of Legends.
Might be that, yeah. So maybe Centu is a mid laner. We are getting some questionable information.
I'm not going to accuse a man of being a League of Legends player without proof, okay?
Yeah, you're definitely more sensible than I am on that regard. But okay, we see the conversion. Will he get the kill at the level 2 though? Let us see.
Yes, he is going to take it with that level 2 combo, but I was a little bit confused because I think what we've seen on the loading screen was either a Serbian or a Croatian flag, I don't remember.
Okay.
So, I don't know, does he have multiple accounts? Because he did have a different name last time, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he Velo last time? The bike?
Velo, yes. The bicycle. We were joking about that. I mean, yeah, we were both joking about that a little bit, yeah. Meanwhile, very, very good whiff punish from Wainan with the sweep.
Regardless of the reasoning, it seems that he is in control for now.
He is.
Wainan is trying that air approach you mentioned, but it seems that Centu does have the answers for now, and he is going to close it out with that level 1. A very dominant game, I would say.
For sure. Some decent decisions, some good decisions even from Wainan, but definitely not enough to, of course, counteract that those conversions and the decision making from the Syndra player. I'm sorry, I had to do this one. My bad, Yannick, my bad. Quite a match there from Wainan, worked out in the end. Alright.
Ooh, and this is going to be a punish from Wainan, and this might be his round if he manages to find one more hit, and he does with the dive kick, so the air approach finally paying out for him.
Yeah, for sure. This round it did pay out. Oh my god, the rank.
Yeah, bash overhead, we've seen that move before today.
From him as well, yeah. From him. And it's worked out twice, so...
Ooh, a good teleport to bait out the reversal.
Manages to get out of the corner, Wainan with this one, but... Centu pressuring heavily.
Are we going to see level 2 this round?
Might be, to be fair, considering the meter situation from him, but...
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. This is not going to kill.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Another
as well,
DRC might have made it. Might have been enough.
Yeah.
But Wainan decides not to do it.
The reverse.
Oh, but blocks the level 3 from Centu and equalizes the set.
Yep. And this time around, like a very good change of tempo in terms of dominance from Wainan. Like Centu did appear to have it under control once again for this set, but Wainan basically said nah.
Centu is going into character select, perhaps.
Maybe. Is he getting the guile out? Is he? That is the question. Is it just a breather or is it the guile? Let us see.
I think I was wrong on the flag, but that's not a French flag, definitely not.
Oh, so yeah, he's not Velo today. He's not Velo today. Is that JP target combo safe? Is a lot of nerve asking in the chat. No, but he can cancel it, or is it the stand roundhouse target combo?
Yeah, I think that he's asking about the one that ends with the overhead ender, because there are two enders.
My bad. Yeah.
So I think the overhead ender is pretty difficult to punish.
Yeah. It is unsafe,
if
but...
punishable. I don't remember honestly if it's punishable. But it's usually spaced pretty... Wait. I'm going to check it, honestly, like after the game. Oh, nice perfect parry on the dive kick though. Sends him back full screen.
Oh, gets the first knockdown from that as well. Ooh, very scrambly, but
Yes,
Wainan
very close to burnout, and he is going to burn him out. And oh, a good neutral jump though. Oh, and neutral jump to beat the drive reversal.
doesn't quite get the burnout on that one. And there's
Oh,
a
and we're
level
going
2.
to see a level 2 in burnout. Very difficult to move to deal with, and he is going to find the hit and put himself on the set point. So this is going to be final game, final round actually.
Is it the first that we've seen today, I think?
No, we've seen a few already.
They're chilling quite a bit. But
Yes, I'm not sure if you want to fight a projectile fight with a JP as Akuma. His fireball is good, but I don't think it's that good. He is going to go into level 2. He's going to wall splat, of course. What's the combo here? Heavy Tatsu. Gets the charge. Oh, gets the trade, and yes, this is going to be... No, it's not going to be it yet, but the overhead is going to finish it off.
the sneaky overhead. Which is, of course, exactly, it's very tough. Oh, we do have a team kill. A French team kill, once again, in the OOC. Of course, with Dims and Big T. And we're gonna start it already, but Krackerlack is raiding. Krackerlack, thank you so much.
Thank you for the raid, Krackerlack.
And right on time for the beginning of the set.
Yes, we've seen Big T, of course, at the beginning of today's stream. It was the very first game. Gets driver shot ahead. We did see him with a very offense-focused game plan. Not exactly afraid of risks. Speaking of not being afraid of risks, that DI from Dims goes unpunished, but
Gets the jump
definitely a
light
risk.
kick.
Yeah, and Dims gets the finish. Are we still... Okay, we're not in top 8 yet, so it's still FP2.
Of course, guys, very quick reminder that before top 8, or rather going into top 8, we're gonna have a quick break so you guys can go and refill on your snacks and on those drinks, as Yannick said, very important today.
And claim some match arena codes.
Yeah, that also. Oh, the reset from Dims though.
Yeah, yet another DI, wall splats Big T. Not quite going to kill, but with that little health, he's going to need a miracle. But that level 2 from Blanka is a miracle maker, but not this time. The jump in from Dims is good, and he's going to take the first game.
Very good decisions from Dims for sure. And the anti-airs, as always, they are there.
Yeah, the fact that DP reached that rainbow roll.
And the checks on the ball as well.
It isn't always easy to entire that because it can be steered, right? So that the DP is with. So, but with the range on Yuri's DP, he was able to do that this time.
Exactly.
Punish counter throw. Oh, and Big T trying to give Dims a little bit of his own medicine, but Dims was ready.
Yeah, he was ready, but to be fair, it is not... It could have been even a pretty decent DI, in the sense that, of course, it burned out Dims. Tactically,
yeah,
it could have been... Let us see. Only, of course, the round outcome will tell. Let us see.
Yeah, but the amount of chip damage he was able to do with that level 2 after that burnout, I would say it kind of justifies the DI to me.
Yeah. In the end, for sure. It was beneficial to Big T. That being said, tell me, Yannick.
If that was the worst case scenario, then go for it, I suppose. It does make sense to me.
Yeah.
from the risk reward perspective.
What was this DP though, calling out that setup from Big T? Oh, there's the forward heavy kick, but
Was he holding block or was that not a safe jump? Because that looks
it was
pretty
punish
safe
counter,
jump
so
equally.
it was a punish counter on the jump, so maybe not quite the frames he needed for the safe jump.
Perhaps, okay.
That would be my guess. That being said, we still have a little bit of level 2 to work with, and Dims will get...
We'll get the stun just in time. And he's going to take this round and put himself on set point with that level 1 in the end. He does have to spend. So he is not going to be able to get that level 2 too fast in that final round, whereas Big T might be able to get it twice actually, if the round goes very long.
There is one. Activated it right now, getting the corner as well. What
Ooh,
another check
what
from
a
Dims
check.
on the ball, yeah.
And this is going to be a DI, and this is going to be very difficult to defend from as Big T.
Sure.
Or is it?
Oh! I mean... What
Oh, once again
another
that
DP.
far-reaching DP on that rainbow goal.
Another one. We'll get the down heavy kick, the jump down heavy kick, sorry, down heavy punch, I think.
Yes, and it's,
To go.
now it's Dim's turn for the level 2 pressure to start.
The X ball and the check on that forward dash. Could be tough. Doesn't quite get the
He's going
confirm.
to go for level 2.
We get the Labubu on the screen, but
Oh, but he gets hit, and nowadays the Labubu does disappear on hit, so Dims is going to take it. And
tell me,
I am
Yannick.
very interested in how it goes for Vexyl. I'm not going
Yeah.
to pretend I'm not biased here. I mean, Vexyl is also part of the Polish FGC, so
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk either. You already know, guys. It is what it is. One thing that of course, I do have to say, as we are going into the match, is both are looking very, very good today.
yes, definitely. It seems that Vexyl is keeping up with that more aggressive playstyle that we've seen in his previous set.
Good PP, good perfect parry.
Oh, but that DI is going to catch him, and Vexyl, you're young enough to be able to react to that. What happened?
Ooh. We're already starting with the Vexyl slide. But
I mean, the joke is he's so young and he's not reacting to DI. What's up with that?
I mean, this one was a counter though, Yannick. Come on, this one was a read. We cannot do that to our boy. But let us see.
Okay, this round is looking a lot better for Vexyl. Wainan is fighting his way out of the corner.
Okay, good
Back
job.
to the center of the screen.
He's getting some good counters on that projectile.
Oh, and a whiffed DP once again.
It's gonna be
And
burnout as well.
Okay, I didn't see the drive by the moment of the hit, but yeah, this is going to be burnout. Oh, and no reaction.
Now you can say it. Now you can say it, Yannick. Now you can say it.
1-0 to Wainan. Of course, this is FT3, so Vexyl still has time to adjust in this set.
Of course, plenty of time. But of course,
Once again, the uppercut is going to cause trouble for Vexyl.
Okay.
Ooh, good punish on that dive kick this time.
Ooh, and we'll get the safe jump.
Yeah, it does seem like Vexyl has realized that Wainan seems to be specifically spacing those dive kicks to cause those DPs to whiff. And he is ready to punish them by letting him whiff those and punishing him upon landing.
Good adaptation from him for sure. Okay, gets clipped by that crouch medium punch low forward, but immediate response Yannick with the XDP. Will get the corner for himself. Very,
Wakes
very
up with
heavy.
the level 1 against that overhead.
I was gonna say very heavy on the reversals.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I jinxed it
Oh.
once again.
No punish on that drive reversal with though.
Good
Vexyl
perfect
is
parry.
one hit away from winning that round, but so is Wainan, and how much is he going to have to spend? Level 2. And even if that's not going to be enough, he would have the wall splat as well, so... But it did kill. And Vexyl definitely doesn't want to start this winner's top 8 with a... with having to make a comeback from a 2-0 disadvantage. So definitely a very important round for him right now.
Need to see a good DP, but a very, very good perfect parry in response to that jump fierce as well from Vexyl, taking the corner. This somehow is looking very, very good.
It is not quite going to kill, but this is going to be one hit away from killing. And Vexyl still has quite a lot of HP to spare, and he's going to punish that with a throw of his own, and he's going to equalize that set.
Yes, sir. One apiece. And now I'm curious, how is Wainan going to adapt to this change of momentum? And he's responding pretty well, to be fair, but those very long pokes from Vexyl, the stand medium kick, of course the crouch light kick as well. He's making some pretty good use of them, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Wainan trying to play with the fireball a little bit, but Vexyl manages to find the hit once again. And he's going to throw him again. No, this time goes for the strike option. And that's how he finishes the round.
Another good perfect parry, but not being able to check that very fast option from Wainan.
This time it's Vexyl in the corner, which has not been that much of a common situation in this set so far, to be honest. Let's see how Wainan manages to capitalize on that. Vexyl pretty low on drive, but Wainan doesn't find a way to keep pressuring to force that burnout, although now he's getting pretty close.
Okay, good medium DP from Wainan there. Almost gets the kill with that. But of
And
course,
closes out with the jab. And once again we're going to round 3. Both players full meter, well almost for Vexyl, but
almost there.
yeah.
Okay, good back command dash there, but
Good with punish with that sweep though.
ooh, and the
that
call out
DI.
as well.
Good reaction.
Okay, we see the patience from Vexyl, chilling a bit. Ooh, what a confirm from that crouch light kick.
Do we have a dream combo?
Okay, it's gonna be the reverse jinx from Yannick. He's gonna do it. Damn.
We have the combos, actually.
Yes, sir. And a very good drive reversal, but immediate response from Wainan. It's not gonna be quite the burnout because it's not CA yet. Exactly. But it's looking all of a sudden very, very bad from Vexyl. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. 2-1.
2-1 to Wainan. Vexyl probably needed to wake up with a level 1 there, but of course that's a guess, and
Yeah,
Vexyl gets wrong, unfortunately for him.
yeah. Very, very tough decision to make, of course. And it went in favor of Wainan.
Of course,
20 seconds. Tell me, Yannick.
it is pretty risky to go for a wake up super after you get hit by a wake up super, of course, right? It's like
Exactly.
many people would consider that the most obvious timing for a reversal. there could be, so it is difficult to make that decision when it is actually needed. But Vexyl manages to finish this round off with a level 1 combo, and maybe he will be able to equalize the set.
Ooh, that's a level 3 fireball though from Wainan. He will get the offense from that. He will confirm it as well and get the corner. Another air fireball. Very aggressive with the poking is Wainan right now, but Vexyl calling him out on that. Getting the conversion from himself. Another conversion on the mid screen.
Oh, but
Okay.
the air fireball is going to hit and decides not to spend the super. That's okay. This time he spent, so perhaps that wasn't a decision and just a misinput to not go for the super on the previous combo.
Might have been, yeah. Might have been for sure.
Because
is
it
a
did seem
possibility.
like a pretty risky decision not to go for it there.
That being said, Wainan is, in consequence of this, in match point. So Vexyl
Yes.
does need to get this round if he wants to keep himself alive in the set. And that is a very good confirm to start it with, to start the round with.
Yes, of course, he does have those 3 bars to get there with rope
he will
jump
get-
button. And now it's starting to look a little bit more scary. Vexyl in the corner. No combo from that dive kick though.
Okay. Good pressure from Wainan, of course, maintaining the corner with those fireballs. And this dry reversal will not hit home.
And this is going to be burnout.
Yes,
And-
sir.
Well, Ed can pressure with a snatcher or fireball, and level 1 is not going to save Wainan. So this is a difficult situation for him to go to be put into, and Vexyl manages to equalize the set. It's 2-2. We're going to game 5.
Exactly. On the first, of course, FT3 of the night, we're already getting this hell of a show, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Very, very balanced, very toe-to-toe this set is being. And Wainan is going to start with very well with this round start forward jump. Okay.
Would jump out by Vexyl from the corner. Oh, but doesn't quite get the full conversion here, but
A little bit late, just a tad bit late on that light TP. And of course Wainan is gonna punish it and get the round.
man, seeing those DPs not work for Vexyl.
It's Chun-Li all over again. That being said though, he's starting this round with a very, very big call out. Especially on that damage department, another heavy call out. Forcing a reversal from Wainan as well.
Yeah,
bar of
decides to spend the super for a reversal, so he's not going to have that 1 bar for the final round of this set. So,
Exactly.
quite a risky decision. Oh, we see driver
The
overhead.
Wainan classic, the Wainan run start classic.
Yeah,
You'll see.
it does seem like the Wainan opening. Vexyl decides not to go into level 3 just yet, not afraid of that low drive bar, but spends it right here, right now. And this is going to put him very close to winning that set, and
Yeah.
Wainan has quite a way to go to make the comeback. Vexyl finds the hit, and this is going to be it. Vexyl takes the set 3-2 in the end.
Guys, do not leave this place, okay? We're gonna have Dims already in the chat. Oh, sorry, already in the lobby with Supernilton. One of the surprises of the night, to be fair.
No, Vexyl, I didn't say you're used to not DPing. I said you are used to your DPs not working.
Exactly. Doing them on block sometimes, a little bit late. It is what it is, Vexyl. But you did well, my brother. You did well. Good freaking set. And of course now Dims versus Supernilton on the screen, guys. Let's go, Yannick. Let's freaking go, man.
Yeah, I am interested how Supernilton is going to be able to deal with Dims. Dims, of course, mainstay of OOC at this point, I would say. He's gotten pretty far quite a few times already this season. And I would presume the previous seasons as well, if he competed.
Yeah. For sure. Definitely one of the best players we have around the qualifiers. Very, very solid, very knowledgeable.
Ooh, but that jump in... Oh, doesn't
Activates the
finish the
level
combo.
2. Okay. Okay, he really wants this round, and I can see the angle from that, even though he, of course, probably had the kill. It is what it is.
Yeah, level 2 is going to end, and he's... Oh, but that jump is going to be a very good call out. I was
Mainly
about to say
used-
that.
Tell me, Yannick.
With the level 2 running out and him being in burnout, that round was looking quite scary, but Tims was one step ahead of me.
It was almost a deterrence level too. Almost. But yeah, that being said, pretty good start for Supernilton in this round.
Ooh,
Tried the wish confirm. Doesn't quite go his way though.
trying to punish that stock from Tims. Doesn't quite have the range on that light kick. Oh, but that donkey kick does have the range though.
Yep. A pretty common sight for today, like a pretty good usage of the donkey kicks from Supernilton. We're seeing it again on this last interaction. Okay, I'm
once
jinxing
again.
it.
And this round is looking a lot better for Supernilton than the previous rounds looked so far.
For sure. Dim's already at 50%, maybe even less. Yeah, maybe even less. Definitely no. A lot less.
Yeah, a good confirm into Super is going to take it. Oh, but speaking of Supers, Dim's ready to catch that drive rush. And this is going to put Supernilton in burnout, I think. Yeah.
With the C8.
And now suddenly that round doesn't look so good for Supernilton.
Throw him back into the corner as well. Okay.
And he's going to
Okay.
get clipped by that crouching medium kick after blocking the fireball. Of course, very difficult position to be in, Chip also being a factor here.
Especially with the multi-hitting EX fireball. Of course. We see another Dim's special right there with the air throw. Okay.
Ooh,
Spicy,
catches
spicy
the dash.
DP.
Oh, and reacts to the DI, and this is going to be burnout, and this should be a kill as well. Oh,
Not quite yet. Gets the walk forward throw though.
yeah, I think that was an attempt at a reset, but something didn't go quite right with that setup. But Supernilton manages to get around anyways.
Starting off pretty well with that counter hit light Shogeki. Let's see if Dims has something to say about it. Already back to mid screen.
No whiff punish on that crouching medium kick and that sweep.
Good PP from Dims. But Supernilton with a very, very large advantage in almost all of the meters. That being said, Yannick!
Once again we see the OS level 3 when Supernilton was going for the driver's cancel overhead. Oh, that could have been it as well.
Doesn't quite
And
confirm
that-
into
oh,
a better
that-
hit. Yep.
Yeah, and that entire is going to take it. Dims now without meter in that round 3, but definitely a big missed opportunity for Supernilton.
For sure. This time didn't quite get the DP, and Supernilton does get in, but very, very good dive kick, very good timing, at least.
That's a bit of a messy interaction in neutral, but Supernilton does come out on top of that interaction, and Tim's fighting his way back out of the corner.
What a neutral jump, what a deterrence neutral jump. Getting, of course, the jump button on the follow-up. And anti-air from Supernilton,
good.
but this...
Good with punish, and this is going to be it, no? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
And there's going to be 2-0 for teams. Very difficult for Supernilton now.
The thing is, Yannick, I think you'll agree with me when I say this. We can start seeing a pattern here regarding both matches. Like, Supernilton tends to start really strong, even getting the first round, but then his momentum and his tempo slowly fades as Dims starts to win more neutral interactions.
Yeah, that is true. It seems that Dims does have that clutch factor ready, and Supernilton is not quite able to... Oh! Manages to break the TI, but not this time.
What a shimmy.
Ooh. Yeah, as I said, Supernilton is not quite able to to find that clutch factor for himself to catch up to Dims when he gets going, and this is going to be Dims on set point.
Sneaky little jump there. This time Dims will get a very, very good crosscut and the corner from it. Okay.
Does get the crouching medium kick. And Supernilton needs to find... needs to be able to... Oh, no level 3 though. Supernilton needs to make the offense count, but once again the OS. Supernilton needs... Well, he's going to have to make this adaptation in losers bracket, but he needs to start respecting the reversal OS on those drive rush cancels on block.
Yep. I think it was... Maybe both at the same time, of course. If you're feeling that that urge to, of course, support European FGC. That's what we're doing here. So it is what it is, guys.
Okay, so we're going to move into the loser's side, and this is going to be Chico versus Centu. And Centu is hovering on Honda right now instead of JP.
He is, yeah, actually. No way.
I was not aware he had a Honda.
Especially considering the character matchup that JP has versus Sagat. This is quite curious, but I mean, I'm all up for it, you know? I'm all up for it.
It does seem to be working so far.
First 15 seconds, it's working. It's working pretty well. That being said, will we see an incident? Centu says not for the moment, at least.
Now both players very close to losing health. Oh, and he gets the Kara command grab, and he's going to take it round 1. So maybe surprising Chico with the Honda.
I'm liking that strategy, to be fair.
Not sure about that DI though.
Yeah, it wasn't quite an Andre DI, to be fair. This one.
Well, it did go unpunished though, so I'm going to excuse it for now.
That is indeed true. The Doskoi hits. Chico getting right back in Centu's face though. Will get the confirm on the stand light kick as well. Alright. We have a set. Going to final
Chico
round on the first match. Tell me, Alex.
Chico managing to find that hit on that headbutt. And a good check on that drive rush as well. And this is going to be a very good round start for Chico, but Centu is not going to just stand and take it in the corner. He is going to wake up with a level 1. And that perfect parry is going to save Chico from in regards to his drive situation. He was getting very close to burnout.
Way more control now, and as I say it, very good DP.
Yes, we get the first good anti-air on that butt slam, and he's going to cancel it into level 3. but it does seem like Centu does not seem that worried, and he keeps jumping. Oh,
Oh, it will actually connect. Holy!
was that a headbutt into level
Into
3?
CA, yeah. Exactly. Not
classic.
quite the burnout, but the classic, yeah.
The minus frames into level 3, yeah.
Damn,
That is the classic, and he is going to take it by that maneuver.
Exactly. And it's, guys, let me remind you, it's still the first match. It's still the first match into the FT3, and Centu is already doing these kinds of things, man. Like, respect to that. It actually worked, so. As Yannick said, he's actually surprising Chico. He's actually surprising him, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if Centu is maybe a little bit inspired by what's been happening in EU Nordic East recently with...
Was it Rekamans?
Rikamans is one of the Hondas, but there was also another one in the ENC qualifier top 8 yesterday. I don't exactly remember his name, but there were multiple Hondas in that top 8.
Okay, now we see Chico doing not exactly the same thing because it was a
Oh, a
my
headbutt
God,
into
yeah.
OD headbutt. Yet another classic, but this time Chico was ready.
Exactly.
But we are playing all of the greatest hits of Edmund Honda today.
No, we are for sure. And even with Chico as well doing the low step kick into the XDP, the Gallows special. Just kidding. It is one of the things I like doing sometimes because, well, if it hits, it's all well and good. If it doesn't, though, it can be quite traumatic. But it is what it is. Oh, talking about baits though.
Yes, I think Chico has adapted to Centu's way of playing Honda, and I wonder if Centu is going to shake it up a little bit right now.
Let's see. Ooh, immediate butt slam though.
Yeah, but Chico shows he does have reversals as well, and once again we see that Tiger uppercut used to anti-air headbutt. And this is something that Centu also has to start respecting a little bit more, perhaps.
I do agree.
You get the perfect parry,
Side
goes
switch.
for the side switch.
Of course.
Oh, but Abara
That
is
drive
going to
rush.
take it.
Yeah. That drive rush is, I think it's 14 frame Oki, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, it is a good call out from Centu. But that being said, okay, we see the side switch.
Had the punish on that Tiger Nexus follow-up, but decides to jump with the side switch instead.
Oh, we actually see the cancel into the level 3 from the Nexus.
I did not expect Chico to... I was not ready for that cancel. So Chico, definitely better reactions than me in this situation.
Yeah, quite good on him. Ooh, and also...
Ooh. We got the call out on that level 3 as well. And I think we might be going back to JP after this one.
Yep, at least we go into the menu. What?
No way.
What? Oh my god, is it actually? Is it actually? No way. No, yes way actually. Oh my god. Okay, Centu, I see you, bro. I see you. I see you. I mean, I would prefer Akuma on this matchup, as I always say, rather than Sagat. But again, you do have a JP, but nah, I'm not gonna say anything. It's working. It's working, Yannick. It's working.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure what Centu trying to do here. Maybe he does have a secret Zangief though. Let's see.
Let us see. Gets the cartwheel and the bait.
Oh, doesn't get the combo, but does get the punish on the ODDP though. Wait, it wasn't punish counter though.
It wasn't. It wasn't. He got the
Well,
hit
it's still
though.
killed.
Yep. It's a -9 situation and Chico is punishing that very, very well. Getting the corner from it as well.
Wakes up with level 2,
Yeah.
but this is a slow super. We did see the normal from Chico whiff and he was still able to block it.
Right, light TP to Ender, for the Ender, that is.
Yes, and doesn't even want to spend super to end this round. He does want to have the boss for the final round instead. Which signals to me he might not be respecting that Keith as much as he would have respected Centu's JP.
True.
Oh, and
Okay.
is this going to be it?
Yep, if he gets the end. Oh.
No way!
Oh my god.
What the
Oh
hell?
my god. Oh my god. Is it an Alt F4 though? I think it is an Alt F4 from Centu.
We have not claimed the code yet.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to support this tournament, you can claim the code for free. But in the meantime, we're going to go into this match. Kuze playing Chun-Li, Mikamy playing Luke. And Mikamy, I think, has gained some MR since the last time we've seen him on stream.
Yeah. He's
He was
grinding
Grandmaster
mid-tournament.
before, right?
I think he was, yeah. Grinding mid-tournament, it appears to be.
Yeah, some players
Commendable.
prefer to play ranked games between the sets when they have to wait, just to not...
down,
just to
maybe?
keep their hands warm, I suppose. So maybe that's what he was doing.
Alright. So first round of course goes to Kuze. Let us see how it goes in the second.
Oh, good jumping from Mikamy. Decides not to spend level 3 though. Wouldn't put Kuze in burnout and it wouldn't kill, so maybe that's why he didn't go for that, and he manages to close out the round without spending anything, so a good call from him in the end.
Very, very true. We'll get the conversion from this crouch medium punch.
And I'm surprised to not see level 3 here, because he is pretty low on drive, Kuze is pretty low on drive. Feels like a really good spot to use level 3 for the drive situation.
Totally agree,
but
Yannick.
he prefers to spend it on a drive rush overhead reset to kill. And this is going to be it for the game 1. So maybe that strategy was the right one here.
Maybe. Maybe. Oh, but Kuze is saying, well, let me try a little bit of your poison. Let us see if it works in the run start. And it did work, and of course, oh, what a very, very good shimmy as well. Mikamy already on the 50% mark, even less. Yeah. A little bit less than 50% already.
Yes, and of course, it isn't that easy to approach Chun-Li. She does have those long range normals. Her pressure may not be that good, but she does have pretty solid neutral. That being said, Kuze is in burnout, and he was in the corner just a second ago, but manages to jump out of it and gets the overhead to kill. Of course, Chun-Li, one of the few characters who can bounce off the wall of the corner with her jump. Rashid being another one. And it definitely does help her get out of this corner situation. And also this... how do you call this move, the jump side switch thing? The corner normal where she jumps over you and lands.
I think it has either Crescent Moon in the name, something like that. Something along those lines, I think. That being said, Kuze with the win.
Yeah, that's equalized the set. Yeah, and it seems that Mikamy is starting to struggle to get in this. At least that's how it looked like in game 2, and let's see if he's going to be able to adapt his offense.
Right.
Kuze does get Mikamy into the corner and decides to try to keep him there instead of trying to pressure. Maybe getting a little bit too far, but he is going to beat level 2 here, and this is going to be a kill with level 2, I think. Although, maybe not. He doesn't kill, but he does manage to get the throw at the end.
Managed to get the kill. Oh, starting the round off with the Azancho as well. That's a 0 situation. Okay.
Yeah, I did forget Chun-Li damage is not that great, I suppose.
Yeah, a lot of scaling. Even with the level 2, or especially with the level 2 being used.
Yeah, I do think especially is the right word here.
Doing a pretty good job of maintaining that mid-range. When he gets the life lead, to be fair. There it is once again, playing patiently. Poking with the fireball, but Mikamy. Let us see what he gets from this corner situation.
But this... Okay, I refuse to believe that there wasn't a kill with level 2 here though.
Yeah. He did have it. Okay, there's a side switch.
One hit is going to do it for Kuze. But that one hit is also going to do it for Mikamy with that level 3 CA even. And we're going to go into round 3. No meter for Mikamy, but that's preferable to losing game 3.
For sure. We'll get, of course, the final round from that. And there's the XTPOS. Good awareness from Mikamy.
Level 3 is going to work on that wake up. And this is going to be also very low on drive for Mikamy. And this is a difficult situation. Yes, Fireball Drive Rush, the hard-working Chun-Li classic.
Oh no. But yeah, very good usage from it, of course, getting the burnout as well. And the consequential stun combo.
Yes, of course manages to get that burnout with that fireball. And Kuze is one step closer to winning that set and moving further into the bracket, but that DP puts him one step further.
True that. Even a round further from this last interaction. Good, perfect from Mikamy.
Mikamy ending that round with a perfect. Working on equalizing that set, he's only one round away from achieving that.
Okay, poking a bit with the fireball. Ooh, this is tough. This is gonna be tough for Mikamy. Another side
step
switch.
kicks again. Oh, good with punish. Decides to spend level 1, doesn't quite kill. It's not just me forgetting about Chun-Li not dealing damage.
Yep.
Oh,
So
drive rush
the-
overhead, round start.
I was just gonna say that Soti is saying top tier Chun-Li in the chat. I mean, Kuze is playing a very good one, for sure. That is for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely one of the stronger Chun-Lis in Europe, I think.
That being said, gets the low forward drive rush cancel conversion. And chilling a bit, but
Oh, gets the overhead. Is this going to be enough? This is going to be pretty close. He did get into the yellow, but I'm not sure.
not
Yeah,
quite.
Kuze is still alive. Mikamy is in burnout. So this is a scary situation. He cannot afford to get hit now.
Ooh. Okay, plus on that.
Oh, that DI
Won't
is not
get the
going
lock.
to...
Sorry, the stun.
Oh, and yeah, the OD fireball to burn out and another one to chip him out. And we are going into game 5. Mikamy with the presence of mind to secure that game in the safest way possible.
And starting this set in a pretty good way for sure, as well. There it is.
Good side switch from Kuze. Getting out of the corner, but Mikamy fighting his way back to the center of the screen. And Kuze suddenly on low HP, but does find the reversal to start his offense. No entire not jumping. We can see that they do feel the tension from this being the final game of the set. They are playing a lot more patient in that game than they were playing in the games before that. There is a lot more hesitation.
It definitely shows, yes. Ooh. Does not quite get the conversion from that low short Kuze, and Mikamy is going to capitalize on that. That being said though, there's a level 1
Let's wake up
reversal.
with the level 1, yeah. Ooh, good cross cut from Mikamy. Doesn't have another one in store, however. But still, this is set point for him, and this might be it though.
Might be, yeah? Yeah, I think so.
This is going to be very close. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is going to be the kill actually. So Mikamy manages to close out this set against Kuze, and he is going to move through to the bracket, and he is going to be facing Wainan, which is a match I think we've seen today.
Wainan versus
Isn't it?
Mikamy. I don't think so, Yannick. Did we?
Let me check. No, I'm wrong.
Nah, it's fine. But that being said, so Wainan versus another French team kill in the OC. I think.
Yeah, I mean, if the French people don't want team kills, they have to get fewer people into top 8s, I'm afraid.
Yeah, like, guys, you're doing a terrible job of bringing.
Bringing too many players into top 8, so the team kills are unavoidable at this point.
Yeah, exactly. That
We
is
do
of
have
course our...
5 codes left remaining with the match arena though, so we are getting closer and closer to getting all those codes once again. And meanwhile, we're going to move into Chico versus Supernilton, which is going to be Ryu versus Akuma.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Wainan fought Krackerlack, which is why I was thinking that we've seen that match, because that's a look matchup as well.
That being said, of course, we're already underway. With Chico and Supernilton, 20 seconds in the first round, and Chico already getting a pretty favorable position in the right corner. I'm sorry for jinxing it. I'm sorry for jinxing
Yes, a very slow round so far, but Chico did manage to slowly but surely push Supernilton into the corner and manages to get back into that advantageous position. Supernilton already with a DP though. Now one hit is going to do it. But Supernilton is still fighting.
Very patient, of course, from both of them.
Yes, very patient gameplay so far, this for entirety of this round so far. Oh, and that whipped throw is going to cost Chico the first really big hit of the round, to be honest.
For sure, for sure.
They were really just poking each other mostly. for majority of that round. And if Supernilton can keep the game to this pace, I think this might be the pace at which he wants to play this game. Oh, good parry drive rush OS from Supernilton.
And the air to air is there. On the flip too.
Chico low on drive.
For the heavy punch finding it smart though from Chico. Preventing that very, very likely burnout situation that he could have had.
Yeah, Supernilton not cancelling that crouching medium kick into anything. I think he was expecting Chico to go for some kind of reversal to avoid burnout. Does Supernilton not play ranked? I would assume, at least not on this account.
Could be a secondary, yeah. Could be a secondary account, something like that.
Chico finding a punish on that with TP and equalizing the round count, and we're going into round 3. And we are keeping up with the theme of the set being small hits with small damage, but both players with 3 bars, we might be able to see some bigger combos in this round at least.
Very good crosscut from Chico. Doesn't quite get the confirm on that drive rush stand medium punch. That being said though, he will kill from this.
Yes, he does get the combo into level 3, and it's going to be game 1 to Chico. And okay, you said you met Supernilton, right?
Yes, sir.
I was wondering, is he a player who perhaps plays other fighting games more, and he's a very experienced player but doesn't play Street Fighter 6 as much?
That info I do not have, Yannick, to be fair.
Okay, because
But could be the case.
he does give me that vibe of someone who is very good at fighting games in general but doesn't play Street Fighter 6 specifically too much.
I can definitely see that as well. Yeah. You might be right. Okay, safe jump from Chico. The XTP for the crosscut. Again, the neutral slowing down a lot. Okay, good.
Let's say with punish with standing light kick. And it does seem like Chico is slowly adapting to Supernilton's playstyle.
Slowly but surely. But it is being quite noticeable, yeah. After each round.
Yes, it's... I don't want to like critique Supernilton too much, but it does seem to be a theme in his sets that the longer they go,
The more it favors Chico.
yeah,
Ooh, what a stand fierce.
but he's going to be able to find a confirm into level 3 here and equalize the round count. Of course, he's not going to have super for round 3, but still very good to find that hit to equalize the round count.
Ooh, Chico almost calls out that Ashogeki bait from Supernilton. It would have been very, very sick from his part. The light confirm. Crosscut once again.
crosscut.
Chico doing very well with these today, Yannick.
Yes, another good donkey kick, which has been a strong part of Supernilton's gameplay.
True.
But I do feel like the fact that neither side gets the big hit in this set, it does favor Chico a little bit. He is able to play the risk-reward game a little bit better, I feel like. Which results in him getting a lot more of his offensive opportunities than Supernilton gets.
Agreed on that one as well. As we see, of course, Supernilton trying to get that spacing trap with the donkey kick and the stand fierce. Unsuccessfully, back to neutral once again, playing very patiently. A lot of Hadouken.
Chico doesn't seem afraid of Supernilton at all. He's comfortable just staying in place,
And we can see why.
just urging Supernilton to do something to get in. And Chico manages to find a hit and gets the KO to get the set to 2-0. And now Supernilton needs a full reverse sweep to keep his tournament live.
Are we having some technical problems maybe? We see the jab spam from Supernilton.
Okay.
Seems to be alright now.
Hopefully. Chico finding the hit here.
Good check on that sudden dry rush from Supernilton. Gets the EX level 3 fireball. Oh, immediate
DP
response
from Supernilton
though.
though, but Chico does have an EXDP as well.
Goes for the reset.
Burns himself out though, which is a little bit risky. But Supernilton doesn't have that much HP, so even trying to DI through something might not be an option. Oh, I'm not sure if that agree with that combo choice. I do think Supernilton. I don't know if he could have killed. It looked like it could be close, but he decides not to spend it. But he does manage to find a round anyways.
Which is of course very good for him, considering that he is down
Yeah.
2-0 in terms of matches.
Yeah, he definitely needs those rounds, and also the fact that he managed to do it without spending any super is also pretty good, because he does have the meter for this round and the next round as well.
Oh, exactly, and this time, but the crosscuts from Chico have been very consistent. They're truly making the difference. Although this burnout is very dangerous for Chico.
Yes, there is a threat of chip as well, especially now, and that Hadouken is going to take it, and this is going to be 2-1. Supernilton showing some signs of life.
And we go into the menu. Chico
going into my.
Okay. Okay. What do you think of it, Yannick? I'm kinda still thinking about what I think of it.
I don't think that's necessary, because I do think Akuma was working pretty well for Chico.
Yeah.
But maybe he does think that Mai is going to work even better.
Yeah. Maybe he wants that 10k, the 10k out. I don't know. But maybe, of course, trying to play a little bit more offensive with the fireballs, with the fireball entry. That being said, what an air throw.
Yeah, maybe he wants an air throw.
Maybe, could be the reason. And that's the level 1, getting those 5 stocks in the board.
Yeah, and once again we see him just staying at full screen range, waiting for Supernilton to commit to something.
With, of course, quite the massive life lead. There's the EX Fireball with the stocks. Does it bait? Does not bait the level 1 reversal.
And now Chico is in burnout, and now we see that he feels the urge to go in suddenly.
Especially considering he's quite near the corner. That being said, what a throw on the DI.
Yeah, he knew that wasn't a true setup for the checkmate DI. He manages to throw it. And now he's out of burnout, and once again we see him.
And of course,
Just
30 seconds on the clock. Tell me, Emma.
But Supernilton does get in. But that is not enough yet, and Chico is putting himself on set point.
It's looking very dangerous, of course, for him.
And now I have to ask, I wonder, is Chico, when he goes full screen and waits for Supernilton, is it actually because he believes this is the strongest course of action for him to force Supernilton to approach into him? Or is it a little bit of a disrespect though?
It is a very good question, Yannick. But
that being said, Chico is going to find a confirm into level 3, and this is going to end this set with a 3-1.
Yep. The answer is it worked. versus Supernilton. It did not do anything that was really incorrect. He played in a really chill manner, just chilling, getting those good conversions. Waiting patiently, of course, for the opening. If of course Supernilton wanted to commit into the offense. So yeah, very good.
Yeah, now we're going to move into Wainan versus Mikamy. So as I said before, Wainan has played a look before today. That was a modern look though, and this is going to be a classic look, so it is going to be a different
environment, I guess.
Yeah. Am I correct that modern look doesn't get standing medium kick, I think?
Ooh, that's I would say, non-ironically, it's one of the best poking buttons in the game.
Yeah, because it's special cancelable and far-reaching. So it is a big difference, I do feel like, between modern and classic look. Krackerlack,
sure.
correct me if I'm wrong, if you're still in the chat.
That being said, Wainan already with the first round. And yes, this is going to be, of course, another team kill. I forgot to mention once again. Sorry, no, it's not. Wainan is from Sweden. I was mistaken. My bad. That being said, his Akuma is looking very, very good today, Wainan, for sure. Very, very solid.
Yeah, definitely. But Mikamy also having a very good performance today.
True.
Good. Frame trap, oh, goes for the reset, but Mikamy ready to block the overhead. And this is going to cost him the round in the end.
Yep. That forever faithful jump fierce.
Wainan, of course, looking to finish the game with a drive rush overhead into combo into level 3. That would have killed if it landed. But Mikamy with the presence of mind and reactions to block it. And Wainan putting himself into burnout to try doing that, and that's why Mikamy was able to find that round. But Wainan seems to be taking the lead in this round as well.
30 seconds in, it does appear to be the case for sure. And what a check with the stand fierce, Yannick. Oh my god, it will get the kill. Yes, sir.
Yes, this is going to kill, and it's going to be 1-0 Wainan all of a sudden.
Yes, sir.
That's just how it is in this game. If you drive rush at someone while you're at half health and they have level 3, this is something that can happen to you.
Yeah. And the starter was of course a heavy as well. Was that very, very good stand fierce that Akuma has, it has to be said. For me, definitely one of the best heavies in the game. Like 9 frame button, being that active, it's kind of crazy.
Ooh, gets the whiff punish with that move. And gets the VT, and this is going to be the round. That was a huge punish counter.
Don't start the X Fireball level 3. Well, level 3 X Fireball, my bad. But Mikamy starting off very, very strong.
Oh, good with punish with that sweep though. And now it's Mikamy on the offense. Gets the overhead. I wonder if there was a route into level 2 that killed there.
Maybe.
That being said, Wainan does keep fighting this round.
Exactly.
Both players with level 3. I'm not sure if Wainan will want to spend level 3. Okay, he burned himself out, he's going to. Definitely. And this is going to put us in round 3. Wainan no meter, but at least gets the round here.
Right. Starting off with a neutral jump EX fireball. Very, very good deterrence tool to check if Mikamy actually wants to get in with the drive rush or not. Trying to get that cheeky little conversion. But Mikamy, again, as Yannick is saying, displaying a very good presence of mind, a very good awareness in many, many situations. What a roundhouse as well.
Yeah, really good check on Wainan's walk up. But this fireball, oh, is this going to kill? This might be a kill
for sure.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Wainan that combo drop is going to cost him the entire game, and that's going to be 1-1.
Yeah, unlucky with that conversion, of course. The medium Tatsu, I think it would have converted, but of course, unfortunate for Wainan. We do see him going into the menu. Maybe just
Does
taking
he
a
have a
breather.
secondary character?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so, Yannick. Maybe just taking a breather.
Yeah, he's
Let
back
us
with
see.
Akuma, so.
After that drop, yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
it makes
just
sense
take a
to take a
breather.
little. Yeah. Does make sense to me.
Regain, of course, your mental stability. It is very understandable. Couple of level 2 fireballs from Wainan. And this time around getting the conversion. Mikamy responding promptly with that EXDP on the first defensive interaction though.
Let's get the burnout. Oof. Wainan with no level 1 yet, so we are getting close to checkmate territory. Oh, but he does get out of the corner though. And with that, the checkmate opportunity is gone.
Another roundhouse sitting very well.
Oh, but a good block on the level 1. He does not need the checkmate, because he's got the reads, and this is going to give him a round, and he does take the lead in the set, technically.
Exactly. A lot more poking from Wainan, at least in the beginning of this round, that's for sure. With the forward medium kick, we do see a lot of the usage from that move. And the fireballs, trying to maybe get a little bit of Mikamy's soul out of him.
Maybe he does do vary the fireball strength and charge up time to make it a little more difficult for Mikamy to parry those. Or at least to perfect parry those. And he does get some big damage on this hit. And this throw is going to take it, yeah, and this is going to be a 50-second perfect. That's a pretty slow perfect if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, quite uncommon, for sure. And what a perfect parry from Wainan on this back heavy kick Koki from Mikamy. Ooh, okay. Doesn't convert from that stand medium punch, but alas, he's slowly but surely poking his way into victory. Wainan
Doesn't spend the super on that crouching medium kick to reverse. But he is going to spend on this one, especially after the overhead reset.
didn't even need it, but the fact is, he got it. He got it, Yannick. It is what it is.
I do also feel like he could have killed without it, but perhaps he just didn't confirm it in time to swap his idea.
Yeah.
That being said, Wainan 2-1 over Mikamy for now.
We do see him utilizing the forward medium kick a whole lot more, and it's really working because Mikamy is just trying with all of his strength to get in, walking forward a lot, and those forward medium kicks are connecting. Yet another one.
He does get him to walk a lot more with those medium kicks, and then he does finish with the crouching medium kick into drive rush for some damage. But Mikamy fighting a hit of his own now, and putting Wainan in the corner.
Oh,
and
what a
jumps
big
over
jump
the fireball, and he's going into level 1.
Just like that. Look at the look at the amount of damage that Wainan took, and holy, okay.
Yeah,
Good
in
confirm
just,
on that EX.
in just
Tell
a
me,
few
Alex.
decisions, he managed to make that comeback in the round. And this is the problem with those slower approaches. You take a long time to slowly wear down your opponent's life bar, only for them to take it all back in a few decisions if they get the read right.
One of the dangers. Sorry, tell me, Yannick.
Yeah, this does discourage some people from playing patiently.
Yeah, and especially with Akuma, you got, of course, a little bit less margin of error with those 9k. With that 9k HP.
Mikamy manages to equalize the set with a perfect. We're going to game 5. And it seems to me that the momentum is on Mikamy's side.
Yeah, I would agree.
So let's see if Wainan is going to be able to respond to that. Or if Mikamy finally found a way to speed up those games.
Again, another perfect parry on that back heavy kick setup. Ooh, this
is going to be burnout, and this is going to be very difficult for Mikamy now. He does have the level 1 though, but he's going to land on a fireball, and Wainan is going to be on set point now.
Yep. This time he will get the low from the demon flip to connect as well. Playing a lot more aggressive. Tell me,
he's starting. That was what I was about to say. He is starting to play a lot more active now. We did see drive rush into special, another hot point of discussion nowadays.
Yeah. In the past few weeks, it has been for sure. That being said,
if Wainan doesn't drop it, and he doesn't, this is going to be it for this set though. Wainan going on 3-2 against Mikamy. And he is going to be facing Chico in the losers bracket next.
exactly.
Versus Dims, as I said, a clash between two young players.
These young ones nowadays, Yannick, oh my god, man. They're crazy. Speaking about young ones as well, shout out to my boy Tomoy Kuinga. I think he was in the chat a little while ago. Shout outs to my brother Tomoy Kuinga.
For now, it seems that Dims is on the offense, but Vexyl does wake up with a DP. Oh, and this entire DP does work for Vexyl. Let's hope this stays this way for this set. Oh, that DI, he didn't have the health to trade with that DI, so a very smart DI from Dims.
Has happened today to Vexyl at least once.
Oh, and that punish counter throw is also going to put Vexyl into burnout. And this is going to be a difficult situation to get out of by Vexyl, but that combo into level 1 might be a good first step, but he does get hit by a DI and he is getting stunned. Dims is going to spend level 3 on this combo. This isn't going to kill yet, so Vexyl is going to have a chance at going back in this game still.
Okay, we have the dry reversal.
A good DP once again. Gets Dims into the corner now. He's really looking for a DP from Dims. And I don't blame him. Dims definitely is one of those players who likes to use those reversals. And Vexyl manages to complete that comeback in that round. We're going to run 3. Oh, going into level 3 super very quickly. Well, one advantage of using super quickly is that you get to build meter for the remainder of the round, so you might be able to use level 1 or maybe even level 2 by the end of this round if it goes for long.
For sure. As we see, of course, a good crosscut from Dims, pressuring on the mid-screen. Vexyl with the DP of his own.
Yes, he did hear me talk shit about his anti-airs. And he wants to prove me that he has those. even with a slow edge uppercut. He is able to do it. And he does get the first game.
It's a 10 frame DP, right? On the starter? On the light one, right? From what I recall.
I'm not sure. It is one of the slower ones. I'm not sure of the exact frame data.
I do think it's 10, so yes. Definitely very, very on the slow side for sure. Ooh, that being said, Yannick, holy shit. That was a good one.
Yeah, those are some anti-airs. Gets the light hit confirmed. But the crouching medium kick is going to do it, I think, yes, and Dims is going to take the round. Doesn't even have to spend the meter. Let's see what Vexyl has in store for this round.
Okay, good DP as well on this one.
He hasn't missed a DP this set yet.
Oh no, Yannick. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Why did I say that?
Nice. Okay, good check from Dims. Goes into the...
Good block on that overhead.
Oh, okay.
Oh, doesn't get the full conversion, but that was a cool pickup though.
Here we see Dims very heavy on those jumps. Good awareness from Vexyl, especially with that air-to-air once again.
Yeah, pressures with Fireball on the wake up to make sure that if Dims decides to wake up with a level 1, he doesn't get to use it as a reversal. Of course, Dims could have used level 3, but using that as a reversal when you're 1 round up is always a pretty difficult call to make because, well,
quite the commitment for sure.
Yeah. If you're wrong, you're not only losing the meter, the round, you're also losing the meter for the next round.
Exactly.
And Dims showing us exactly why having a meter matters. With that level 3 doesn't quite kill Vexyl, but that crouching medium kick is going to do it.
Alright, so 1-1, I think.
Yes. Vexyl finds the hit. Oh, gets the punish on that sweep. And punishes the dive kick as well. Oh, but Dims doesn't get the full conversion here. Does go for a reversal.
Yep. -6, well spaced into the DP.
Both players very close. Next hit is going to do it, most likely.
Let's burn out for Vexyl. Dims doing the backdash, re-establishing, of course, a good range to recover his gauge as well. And now gets back in. Some pretty good dashes as well from Vexyl though.
Yeah, Vexyl, really good mobility, really good movement to keep himself safe during the entirety of that burnout, and does get a light hit confirm and gets the round in the end. Really good defense from Vexyl.
For sure. We see Dims going into an early drive rush cancel reset. Overhead reset, that is.
And Dims is going to spend level 3 on this combo. But yeah, it definitely does seem like Vexyl is making some really good defensive decisions this set.
Yep. To the point even where he's making Dims making some questionable decisions in terms of drive gauge management and super gauge management as well.
Yeah, spends level 2 to force burnout on Dims. Dims with no supers, so a potential checkmate sequence might be on the cards. And that's what he does. I'm not sure this is going to kill yet. Oh, especially not if he drops the combo.
But again, very good air-to-air once again. Dims gets in though on that neutral reset, but doesn't quite get a conversion from it.
Oh, but
This
that
time
crouching
though.
medium kick might be it. Into level 1. Yeah, this is going to be round for Dims. Or is it?
Almost, but the overhead though. It will get the round.
Though.
The overhead though. We've seen quite a few attempts from Dims as well, with the driver's cancel resets.
Okay, we're going for the level 2 combo.
Oh my god, don't jinx it. Let us not jinx it yet. Okay, that's good.
But good neutral jump from Dims, manages to whiff punish Vexyl's pressure.
This time we do see the air to air, unfortunate.
Oh,
that
and
was
I think
probably
that
a
was a
DP.
late DP, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what do you have in store for us, Dims, with that level 2? Tell us. Speak to us.
Yeah, the most difficult part of the super is that you get to do multiple instant overheads by jumping into the air. It's very difficult to defend, and Dims does get the game and puts himself in the lead now.
Yep, exactly. 2-1 for Dims is, of course, on the board.
He does get the punish on the sweep. Oh, and that reversal. Oh, but doesn't get the full combo. That's unfortunate for Vexyl.
Okay, what a conversion from Dims as well. Oh, I jinxed it a little bit. Never mind.
Oh, and Vexyl is in burnout now, and this is going to be stun, and this is going to be set point for Dims.
Exactly.
And this is starting to look very scary for Vexyl.
Yep. Does need to do something, and this is a pretty good start already with 5 seconds on the round, getting that DP, getting another conversion from this OOC.
That's
the corner.
That's good. Yeah, let's get the corner, but Dims jumps out, and now it's Vexyl in the corner who has to defend.
Tries the shimmy, but Vexyl calls it out.
Yeah, really good conversion into level 2 as well. There's going to be some very significant damage. Not quite a kill yet, but this is going to be Dims in the corner as well.
Right, there's the dive kick to avoid falling into that fireball from Dims, but Vexyl will get this confirmed.
Yes, gets the punish on the jump, I think, the jump recovery. And does put himself into round 3. He is at 1 bar disadvantage, but that's not that much in this game. Oh, the block DP is going to be a lot though. Dims decides not to spend super just yet. Perhaps he's keeping it for the killing blow, or if he would need it for level 2, but this is going to be the killing blow, and Dims is going into grand finals on the winner's side. And Vexyl is going to have to fight for it through the loser's side. And it did result in him getting a lot of mileage of his offense than he did at the beginning of the set. But now we're going to jump into Wainan versus Chico. And there's going to be Akuma versus Sagat.
Exactly.
I wonder if Chico is willing to go into mirror if needed.
Maybe, but the thing is, I think that Sagat versus Akuma, at least in my opinion, and I think that Sagat does have an advantage.
Okay,
Yeah.
That makes sense. Also, if he was willing to go into mirror, I think that would be the first pick he would make, and change into Sagat afterwards if needed.
Maybe, yeah.
So far, it seems to be Sagat seems to be working out fine for Chico.
Ooh, that cheeky with light into the DRC, and it actually connected.
Of course, one of the first changes they made to the game was making it so that lights can be DRC'd regardless of whether they whiff or hit. Because people were just buffering lights with drive rush cancels without any consequence. But it does sometimes come in handy.
Yep.
Despite it technically being a nerf.
Yeah. 3 bars for the mix, man. You're never gonna see it. Sometimes you're not gonna see it.
Wainan, really good juggle, and he does get the juggle into level 3. And this is going to equalize this game. We're going to go into round 3. And this was a really good pickup. Being ready to react to your opponent landing on a fireball like that is definitely something that is important when you play those fireball characters.
For sure. Good jump back from Wainan, avoiding that that throw attempt from Chico.
This is going to be big damage from Wainan, and oh no, confirm on that shimmy though. And Chico,
Ooh, cheeky. Level 1, I don't think it's gonna kill yet. Yep.
not just yet. Oh, but Chico burns himself out with that parry attempt, and I wonder if that was fully intentional from Chico, that reset into knockdown into the overhead mix.
It appeared to be quite... Yeah, it appeared... At least... I would say so, Yannick. Maybe.
Yeah, it did look like something, like a situation he is used to. He was ready with that overhead, so if that was a combo drop, then that would be very good presence of mind to go for the overhead immediately, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
It's a nice perfect parry, and he's going to put Wainan right back into the corner.
High EX fireball for the OK.
EX fireball to burn himself out, unfortunately, and what is Wainan going to do now? He's going to get whiff punished, really good whiff punished by Chico, and he's going to take that round.
Okay, Wainan starting really fast once again, but this time with a low forward DRC, but that knee though. Very back and forth though, first 15 seconds of the round, I would say, Yannick.
Yes, and also not a lot of damage happening yet. But Wainan is in the corner, jumps out, and Chico whiffs the DP, and I have to imagine this is going to be a lot of damage, and it is. Wainan not willing to spend super just yet.
Ooh, okay. Dry rush into Tiger Nexus once again, but Wainan
Good punish on
For
that mid option from the Tiger Nexus. And
okay.
Wainan manages to keep his meter for round 3 with that punish as well. Oh, that step kick, I think it was EX Fireball that Wainan was trying to do, but that step kick interrupted. We did see the drive gauge go down. And Chico is going to go into level 3. This is Akuma health. I do believe this is going to kill.
Yeah,
And it's
so
not
as
going
well.
to be particularly close.
Yeah.
So Chico equalizing the set. 1-1.
One apiece indeed. And this time Wainan will go for the shimmy on that low forward DRC.
Oh, this time didn't have time to walk back enough from the shimmy. Oh, but that neutral jump is going to be anti-ed. Too late by Chico, and once again Wainan manages to get the punish on that blocked DP.
With the side switch combo to boot as well, which was very, very important. Ooh, this is the conversion on that low step kick though, Yannick, unfortunate.
Yeah, that
for
was a
Chico.
counter hit, but I think he just mistimed the jab afterwards, didn't get the link. And unfortunate for him, that resulted in another blocked DP by Wainan, which he is more than capable of punishing. But this DP does find its mark though, and Chico is putting Wainan into the corner, but Wainan does have a wake up DP of his own as well. I think he's going to, yes, fly over him. And this might be... Yes, this is going to be it. He is going to combo into level 3, and Wainan takes the lead once again. And I do think it would be quite an upset if Wainan manages to pull this through to the end. But he does look very convincing now.
Yep. Oh, and we do see Chico
going to Mai, not Akuma.
Interesting. Quite interesting to be fair. Let's see if it goes well for Chico.
Of course, we did see that Mai before in that set against what was his name? The Rio player?
Supernilton, I think.
Yeah. So it's not that surprising to see Chico's Mai. If he does not get the confirm, that move of course weaves on crouches and Wainan is ready to punish.
See that crouch fierce being used. And Wainan didn't cancel his crouch fierce, but alas, there was not a punish from Chico as well, and he's in burnout now, so not quite the best of news.
Yeah, he does have the level 1, but no need for checkmate when you have that entire DP ready to fire at that neutral jump. And Wainan classic once again.
Exactly. Okay, we see him stringing into the X-Chaka, but Chico getting a DRC conversion of his own. Alright. His queen once again. Both players poking a lot with their respective fireballs.
Yes, Wainan seems comfortable playing at that range against Mai. Of course, it's much more difficult to put that fan on the screen in a threatening way when the opponent also has fireballs that he can use to combat this.
For sure. Meteor Wembo.
Wainan is one good confirm from winning this set though. Oh, what demon?
Oh no, we see.
No way.
Oh, Chico, no, Chico, no.
No way.
He did not want to see the animation. I cannot blame him for that.
The second rage quit in OOC history, both of them happening in one night.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I would say that this one is a little bit more understandable.
Of course, this is a rematch that we've seen at the beginning of this top 8, and it was 3-2 to Vexyl, so a very close set. So I wonder how it's going to go this time.
Yeah.
Definitely a confidence boost to win, like the way Wainan won his last set, so I would expect him to be on fire now. Yeah. Oh, and that DP was not good.
Very, very unfortunate for Vexyl, for sure. But that being said, he's still on the lead. Okay.
Oh, that's...
Gets the palm on the demon flip. Tell me, Yannick.
Yeah, it's... Oh, the jump in just a little bit misspaced from Vexyl. But Wainan does burn himself out while applying offense, and this might be very dangerous for him now. But he does manage to find a hit, and this is going to be it for the round 1. But
optimal as well.
Much higher pace fight than the previous set, I feel like.
For sure.
Okay, good anti-air from Wainan.
This time he does get the conversion with the 4 Devi Punch target combo as well.
Right, so does manage to get the snatcher though.
Yep, gets in with the drivers as well on that Oki.
Yeah, he doesn't spend level 3 on that combo though, so perhaps wants to have a chance at... Oh, he will not going to be able to close that round without super, because Wainan is going to close it out with a super. And he is going to put himself 1-0. And that man is on fire right now, I'm going to say it.
Yeah, totally agreed with you, Yannick.
He did choose that color for Akuma for a reason. Oh, but good anti-air from Vexyl though.
Okay. Good confirming to the X Fireball. Gets the knockdown as well.
Yes, wasn't ready to punish that parry by Vexyl. Vexyl manages to find another snatcher.
Right, level 3 Fireball.
Yes, it does seem like Wainan is much more willing to charge those fireballs than most Akumas I see. Oh, the reverse sweep. Vexyl not ready with the entire. Does parry the drive impact and gets the trade that will get him the round.
Very, very well done by Vexyl for sure. And as you said, Yannick, for sure, Wainan chucking a lot of them level 2 and level 3 fireballs.
Oh, good reverse check by Vexyl after parrying that fireball.
A little bit of a stare down for a couple of seconds there. Wainan manages to, of course, get out of that interaction on top. Ooh,
He keeps going for those overheads.
as we see, of course, good blocks from Vexyl.
Oh, but that standing heavy kick is going to take it.
Yep.
A really well timed one. It is a risky move to press in neutral, but he does get it. Oh, and that dive kick is going to net him a combo, but it did hit pretty high, so he had to go into lights from it. But does get Vexyl to the corner, so definitely worth it. That being said, Vexyl manages to find a big hit. He goes for level 2 to get the burnout. Wainan decides to burn out on his own terms by reversaling, but Vexyl is going to find one more hit and put the set to 1-1 score. And this seems... it looks like it's going to be a set as close as the previous one, perhaps, between those two.
Does seem to be like it.
That being said, Vexyl does seem to be catching up on speed, gets the perfect. And Vexyl in Polish community is known for really liking making a big journey in losers bracket. He does prefer to be in the losers bracket. Of course, this time it's not exactly a big journey because he lost in winners finals, right? But
Yeah.
Vexyl does unlock his full power in losers bracket. This is a thing.
He's showing
we
it, to
often
be
see
fair.
in tournaments from him. When
And he
he
even
keeps
got
going with those overheads.
Yeah, from Wainan. Very heavy pressure from both lights and the stand medium punch target combo.
Yes, Vexyl doesn't seem to be ready to anti-air those demon flip attempts, but he is ready to find a level 2 combo here, and this has to kill. There are so many ways here. It doesn't even have to go for anything fancy, and he does make it 2-1 for himself. And this is one game away from getting another chance against Dims in the final, of course.
Okay, see a little bit of Loopen. And the meaty stand medium kick there as well.
Yes, but Wainan replies with a perfect of his own. Shows that this is not done yet, I'm still fighting.
Right. Neutral jumpy X fireball finding its mark.
Vexyl fighting his way back out of the corner. But Wainan with a really good jump in against that snatcher from Vexyl.
I presume that he wanted the Evitatsu finisher there on that combo. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case, but...
If he doesn't go into level 3, I don't think it would have killed just yet, but burning himself out is definitely dangerous for him. And Vexyl is going to take full advantage out of it, from it, and that he goes into level 3 himself to put himself on set point.
Of course, Wainan going with a very big advantage in terms of meter, but that check from Vexyl, that is a very, very tough message. Of course, they traded blows pretty much in these first few seconds.
Yes, but Wainan keeps going for that Adamant Flame. I think that's the name of the special, right?
Yeah, exactly.
In block strings.
I just call it Shaka, both for style points and simplicity.
Okay.
I do prefer it. Adamant Flame is also a good name, but that being said, Yannick,
Vexyl is going to have a chance at rematch against Dims with that combo.
And
yeah,
well, let us get right into it, Yannick. Let us enjoy this. Let's go.
Let's go. This is Grand Finals. Oh, the dive kick to make the DP mistimed, and Tim's also ready to block the wake up DP from Vexyl, but Vexyl manages to reverse the corner situation. Dims jumps out of it.
Good confirm on that crotch medium kick.
Immediate wake up throw from Vexyl, doesn't go for the delay tech, and does get rewarded by it, but that punish counter throw is going to put Vexyl in the corner, and the jabs are going to take that game.
And Dims, at least for this first round, is taking quite the heavy approach with the jump-ins.
Yes, it seems that he is using the data he got from the first set, and he just running that same game plan that won him the first time. And it is on Vexyl now to find some adaptations. Does find the drive rush overhead. Are we going to see another one? No, because this... Is this going to be enough to kill?
I would bet in the no, but let us see. Ooh,
it is! Okay.
Wrong.
He is better at calculating damage than I am.
Yeah, same. I was wrong as well. Kudos to Dims, of course, on that decision. And he gets the first match from this.
Vexyl, of course, needs to win 2 sets because he is playing from the loser's bracket. But first, let's focus on winning at least one time. Because Dims seems to be... Oh, and just as I say, Vexyl already with showing me that he actually does have some DI reactions. And Dims is in burnout now, so this round should be definitely in favor of Vexyl.
See the snatcher, that's a +8 situation with the burnout.
Yeah, and so he is going to confirm that combo into a kill.
Starting already with the light flicker, just to keep Dims in check. Very, very good light DP as well. We'll get to level 2, trying to force that drive reversal from Dims, and he does get it. I kinda jinxed it, sorry Dims, but this is very good for Vexyl.
Yeah, so we've seen Dims use that drive reversal in this situation a few times before. Maybe what I like to see next is some kind of bait on the drive reversal, but this doesn't matter because Vexyl is going to find a stun and end that game with a perfect, equalizing the set, so showing that he is going to fight.
For sure, man. Getting in with the drive rush jab. Good walk under, and it will be rewarded with that crouch medium punch confirm. Getting the corner as well. I'm jinxing it a lot today, I'm sorry Yannick, because right after Dims got out of the corner with the DRC of his own. Oh,
a good DP by Vexyl. Oh, and that drive reversal is going to be blocked by Dims, and oh, but a perfect parry is going to put Vexyl out of the corner.
What a check with that stand light kick from Dims.
Puts Vexyl into burnout, and this is going to be a tough round to win for Vexyl, and Dims manages to find the killing hit.
The pretty... Damn. That was of course unlucky for Vexyl. A little bit late on the light TP. This one is not late though. Alright, DRC. Very good spacing trap. Doesn't quite convert into more, but again, I'm jinxing it.
Level 3? Yes, sir. And now we're going into some big damage combo, and this is... What is the OOC situation? What is Vexyl going to do now? Tries to bait a reversal, but Dims doesn't bite. He goes into level 3 himself though, and this is not quite going to kill, I think. Despite being so, maybe?
Almost.
Almost, but he does find the overhead once again. This overhead after the barely not killing supers has been really putting in work for Dims today.
Yeah, for sure, we've seen it quite a number of times. This time around though, Vexyl starting really strong in these first 15 seconds.
Oh, but
oh my god, I'm jinxing it so hard.
Another blocked TP.
Yeah, quite unfortunate.
Yeah, I do think Vexyl's Twitter is going to pop off after this tournament. We're going to see another blocked TP's compilation. Actually,
oh no! Wait, I need to see one of those. Does he do them?
He did get, I think, 1 or 2 that really popped off when he was playing Chun-Li.
Oh.
But Dims does put himself on set point now, so...
I was just gonna say, Yannick, I might have been one of the culprits. But, I mean, he's still looking good. Of course, Dims is 1 round away from being the champion, but Vexyl, I do think that he still has some gas on the tank. Let us see.
Let's see. He needs to find some gas in the tank right now, because this round might be the final round of the tournament, and Dims is starting his offense now. He will be able to go into level 2. Oh! That wake up level 3 is going to hit! And this might be the momentum shift that Vexyl needs to make the comeback here.
But again, what a confirm from that stand medium kick from Dims. Ooh, I love the usage on that forward heavy punch, Yannick. That was so good.
Yeah, that Superman punch definitely did do some damage, but the question is Dims going to be ready, willing to go into level 2? Oh! What a whiff punish. A little bit of a scramble situation, and Vexyl does come out on top to keep himself alive. Dims is going to be on another set point though, and he is going to have a huge meter advantage.
Ooh, we got the stare down here. Charge snatcher and the drive parry. And Vexyl came out on top for sure. Good drive reversal, making Dims stay in the corner. Does not convert into the level 3. He would have gotten the burnout.
Yes, Vexyl with the health advantage, but with a slight drive disadvantage. Let's see how this plays out. Good check on the drive rush.
Right, we'll get the back throw. Ooh, the heavy flicker, finding its mark.
One more hit for Vexyl to equalize the set, and he does find it. So we are going to go into game 5 in the first set of the Grand Finals. And let's see if Vexyl is going to be able to bring us into a reset. Or is Dims going to be able to close it out without it?
Ooh. He is gonna find that low for DRC. Vexyl having some success with the pokes. I'm jinxing it so hard. What a success was that on the confirm. On that crouch slide kick counter hit. That being
Vexyl
said,
does
he's
seem to be on a roll a little bit, but
for sure looking like the Polish Lashara a little bit with these confirms. I'm not gonna lie, Yannick, I don't think it is a stretch. Good freaking confirms.
oh, but he does get a knockdown with the drive reversal, but Dims with a good backdash. And this is going to put Vexyl into burnout, I think. Not quite, not quite.
Almost. Ooh.
It's Dims who puts himself in burnout with that drive reversal, actually. And that changes the situation in this round significantly.
Playing quite erratic here. Vexyl does get the...
And risks the DI and does get it, and this is going to be set point for Vexyl. The reset point for Vexyl, should I say.
Yeah, exactly. What a grand finals it has been up until now already. Let us see if Vexyl does manage to get that reset indeed. But for sure, I would say that the momentum is on his side.
Definitely does feel like it that way, but he is a little bit low on drive gauge, and this level 2 is going to put him into burnout. Oh, and he blocks the drive reversal. This is what I said I wanted Vexyl to do earlier on, but Dims is the one who manages to execute it.
Yep. And of course with the Feng Shui engine. Getting a lot of mileage, but are we seeing an incident? Oh my god, I'm jinxing Vexyl so hard today.
It is still pretty close. One really good hit might actually do it for Vexyl here. Depending on what the hit is going to be.
Exactly.
Because Dims is going to make sure that that big hit does not happen. Good parry on the DI.
He would have been dead if he reacted with the DI. Good adaptation from Vexyl. That being said, Dims with the air-to-air.
Stomp is going to put us on the final game, final round for the first set of Grand Finals. And let's see if we're going to get another one, or is it going to be the final round of the tournament. It seems that Dims is on the has the momentum now.
Playing very offensively, very in Vexyl's face for sure. Getting in with some drive rushes as well successfully. Will get the drive reversal. Will Vexyl get the call out?
I think this is going to be it. Dims ready to bait out the super, and this is going to be... He doesn't even have to spend the super. He's going to end this tournament right here, right now.